Hello students, today we are going to do lesson number 8, that is verbs. Now we all know what is a verb. We all know, studying from earlier stages, that doing words or action words are called verbs, like playing, or you can say play, study, go, come. All these and many more are said to be verbs. So all know about this action word. So what we can say, words that denote action, we call it to be verbs. Now these verbs are divided into three parts, or you can say we can have three kinds of verbs. It is broadly divided into three kinds. First is transitive, second is intransitive, and third is auxiliary. Now what is a transitive verb? You have done in class 5 what is a transitive verb. Just see the example. The man killed the snake. Now understand in this manner, if I remove this portion or if I hide this portion, the sentence is man killed. The question arises, man killed what? That means this verb is actually incomplete or is not giving a complete sense. It needs an object to complete its sense, or it is passing on its action to another object. So I am adding this word, the snake. So the snake is becoming the object to the verb killed. So the verb is actually transferring its action to this, which is said to be the object to the verb killed. Or if I say in another way, if I hide out this, killed is not a complete verb or not giving a complete sense. So it needs an object to complete its sense. So this type of verb, we call it to be transitive verb. So the verb that passes on its action to its object or is not complete and needs an object to complete its sense, we call it to be transitive verb. Now let us see intransitive. Intransitive is just opposite to transitive. It does not need any object. Now, one thing I just missed, object is always the noun. Object to the verb is always a noun and nothing else. Okay, it does not need any object. I can say the sun shines. Now, the sun shines is a complete sentence. So shines is actually giving the complete sense. It is not an incomplete one. It is giving us a complete sense. So we call it to be intransitive verb. Though it can add a qualifying word like the sun shines brightly. Now brightly is an adverb and not an object to the verb shines. So this is an intransitive verb which does not need any object. Okay, now in intransitive verb only we have verb of incomplete predication. Now what is a verb of incomplete predication? It is in your book only. A group of words that is added to make a verb express a complete thought is called to be the complement of the verb. Now see here. The trees sway, the birds chirp, the frogs croak, the girls laugh. All these verbs in this sentences are intransitive. Okay, it does not need any object. They do not have object. These sentences, however, make a complete sense. Now see these sentences. The leaves are, the children seem, mother is. These all are intransitive verb but then also incomplete. These three examples have incomplete verbs. They do not make a complete sense. A word or a few words have to be added to make them express the complete sense. Like the leaves are fresh and green. If I write, see here, the leaves are. Now these are not complete. Though these are intransitive verb, but these are not complete. So you have to add certain words to make it complete, which becomes the complement of the verb. So we can write the leaves are fresh and green. Okay, so these fresh and green is becoming the complement to the verb are, and it is becoming complement to the verb are. So this is said to be verbs of incomplete predication. Am I clear? I think so. Like the children seem happy. It is say the children seem. Again, seem is an intransitive verb, but over here it is incomplete. So a word is added to make it complete, and so this is said to be complement to the verb seem, and so this is said to be verb of incomplete predication. Now see another sentences. The day was bright and sunny. My cousin is a surgeon. We feel sleepy. The complement in the sentences describe the subject and are called subject complement. So bright and sunny is actually describing not the verb but the noun, the subject, the day. Surgeon is describing the cousin, noun, subject. Sleepy is describing the subject, we. So we say it to be subject complement. Now let us do the last one, and that is auxiliary verb. Now auxiliary verb, we all know, is said to be helping verb. It is helping verb, like is, am, are, was, were, has, have. All these are said to be auxiliary verb, like I am happy, they are playing. So they are actually helping verb. They are helping the main verb, or you can say they are helping the main verb, happy, playing, that are the main verb. They are helping the main verb, and so we call it to be, can say what, auxiliary verb. Okay, am I clear with you all? Hopefully. Now be form of verb is also the same thing, like it is said be, is, am, are said to be be form of verb. Was, were, do, does, do, did, has, have, had, all these are said to be be form of verb. Sorry, be form of verb is, am, are. Do form of verb is does, do, did. Have form of verb is has, have, had. Am I clear with you all? I think so. Now see here certain examples. The committee asked the officer. Neeta made Vinita. The verbs in these sentences do not convey complete sense. In these sentences, the object is the officer, and the second sentence, the object is Vinita. In addition to the object in the two sentences, some words are required to convey a complete thought. The committee asked the officer for an explanation. Neeta made Vinita learn French. The group of words for an explanation, learn French, complete the meaning of the sentences saying something about the object, officer and Vinita. So when the word, like you can say Vinita learned French, Neeta made Vinita learn French, this group of words are actually explaining the object Vinita. Vinita is the object of the verb made, so it is actually explaining Vinita, or you can say for an explanation is actually explaining the officer, which is the object to the verb asked. So we call it to be object complement. Students, I want all of you in your copy to write down the definition of verb and the three kinds of verb along with its definition. Thank you, students.